This is Katie with Rosebud's Travels.
I'm Lewis with Rosebud's Travel.
And we're on day 19 of our long journey to Maine, then Canada, and we just left Rochester, New York, and we're kind of generally headed back towards Texas, but we'll take a little longer to get there. It is Tuesday, June 4th, and we are on our way to Seneca Falls, New York, to the Women's Rights Museum and National Park. And then later in the day, we'll go on to Watkins Glen State Park here in New York. So that's today's trip that we've planned out. It's a beautiful, cool, sunny day. We've been told by the folks in Rochester that it's unseasonably cold here. And it's been in the 40s in the morning and not warmed up, I think, much past 60 during the day. We've had a delightful time. We've been wined and dined for a couple of days by a dear family member, and we are refreshed and ready to get going again.
Yep.
Got anything more to say, Lewis?
I don't think. We had a good time here in Rochester, and a family member took us around yesterday to a tour of Rochester, and we hit all the high spots of Rochester. And he's such a gracious host, and we're very lucky to have family like that. And it's been a wonderful visit, and like Katie said, we're kind of recharged after staying in Rochester, and the dogs just they had the run of the entire house, and they just were thrilled.
It's a big house and lots of stairs, and they figured out all the ways to go.
Yeah, and they would run around everywhere. Yeah, and they just loved it. They were just really happy dogs. And so, yep. So, okay, we'll check in a little bit later. We're at the Women's Rights National Historic Park. This is the site of the first Women's Rights Convention in 1848.
We're on our way to Watkins Glen State Park, and here is just a beautiful, beautiful view we came across. Thought you might like to see. We're on Highway 414 in New York. Headed away from Seneca Falls.
There's a bunch of wineries on this road too, and vineyards.
A pretty drive all the way around. The area we're driving through is the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York. I guess it's upstate New York, near Ithaca. And the lake that we have been kind of driving along, you can't really see it from where we are, but it's kind of down in the valley on the passenger side of the car. It's Cayuga Lake. And I have to say, the scenery here is just magnificent. We're also driving through the Finger Lakes National Forest. So this is National Forest land as well. It's a cool bus.
There are a lot of wineries.
There are many, many wineries. I don't know if the camera is really catching it. I'm going to try to change.
Well, it's catching the road, but...
It's catching the road. I was hoping we would get more of the lake.
Oh. I'll have to turn it.
Yeah, I was trying to. It's just not really. Okay, I'm holding the camera and you can kind of glimpse the lake through the trees in places. We're going to try to get a better view of it. Going to make people dizzy, I'm afraid, as we're flying along the road here.
Yeah, don't throw up watching the video.
Yeah, oh, there's a good view. There we go. Okay, well, this is what it's like. It's just beautiful. I have to edit some of this out, but
cool beans.
It's really, really pretty. And we just want to share the road with you.
It's one of the things when you travel, you get to see some really glorious places. And your little casita follows you around, and you have a room that you can sleep at any point.
We're winding along the edge of the lake. And the road must be kind of a cliffy area or something, because we're a bit above the lake. But the views are spectacular. And it makes me so glad that we decided to avoid toll roads, because there are so many wonderful places kind of behind the scenes to see. Paper out of the window. Well, we're coming to a steep grade, it says.
Stop sign. We're merging or something.
One on a steep grade and a stop sign. It says Watkins Glen, 1 mile. And Ithaca, the other direction. Village of Watkins Glen. Here we are at the end of Lake Cayuga. It's time for school to let out for the day.